Today, kindergartners, we are going to start talking about symbols of the United States. First of all, what is a symbol? A symbol is basically a picture or an object that makes us think of something else. So we use symbols in math. So if I write this right here, I think you guys all know that means plus. So instead of writing the word plus, I can use that and everybody knows it means plus. If I draw this for math, everybody knows that means equals. So we use symbols in our everyday life all the time. But for our country, we have many symbols that people around the world, if they see that symbol or hear about it, they know that that means the United States. So the flag is one of our symbols. I'm going to read you a book called The Pledge of Allegiance. It's by Tyler Monroe. Okay, this is the table of contents. A promise to America. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise. People say the pledge to show loyalty and respect to the United States. The pledge's words show a person's pride in being a U.S. citizen, but saying the pledge isn't a law. Americans don't have to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And here is the Pledge of Allegiance. We say this every day in class, don't we? Who wrote the pledge? In 1892, Francis Bellamy wrote the Pledge of Allegiance. He wanted students to say it on Columbus Day. He mailed copies of the pledge to schools around the country. And this is a picture from a long time ago, 1892, when people had a parade celebrating Christopher Columbus, and he came to America 400 years before this year. And you can see this is back in the day when we didn't have cars, we still had horses. Students and teachers liked the pledge. Children started saying it every day. It became a tradition in U.S. schools. You can see a picture from a school from a long time ago. The flag code. Congress included, that's the government, included the pledge in the U.S. flag code in 1942. The code is a list of rules for using the American flag correctly. Like there's lots of rules. Like one rule is you're not supposed to let the flag touch the ground. Another rule is if the flag touches the ground, you're supposed to burn it and not throw it away. The code says most people should take off their hats when they say the pledge. Only people in the military keep their hats on during the pledge, and that's another rule of the code. Changes have been made to the pledge over the years. In 1923, the words "my flag" were changed to "the flag of the United States of America." And you can see right here where it says "the flag." The symbol today. President Dwight D. Eisenhower asked Congress to change the pledge again in 1954. The words "under God" were added after the word "nation." Oh, and this is the picture of inside of our state, of our nation's capital. People can say the pledge anytime. People stand and face the American flag. They hold their right hands over their hearts as they say the words. So that's a little bit about the Pledge of Allegiance. Today we are going to make a flag, but it's not going to be a flag that has all of the stars and stripes, and it's not going to it's going to be kind of like a symbol to represent the flag. So you have some pieces in your packets that you got, and these are the pieces. You should have 3 red rectangles, the blue one, yellow skinny, and this white one, and you have lines to draw to write about the flag. So the first thing we are going to do is get your lined paper, and we're going to put some glue dots on the back of the lined paper, and we're going to glue it to the bottom of our blue rectangle that is in a vertical position. Then you're going to take this white rectangle and we're going to glue it to the middle of our paper. Going to add a little extra glue to the middle. Okay, so try to get that right in the middle of your paper. Okay, the next thing that you are going to do, you're going to take these 3 red rectangles and you're going to rip the long side on each side. So now remember, when you're ripping, if you keep moving this hand down, it helps you be able to rip. And these papers should be small enough that you can fit your hand around it. So you can see that I have ripped the first one. I'm going to put my trash in the trash tray. I'm going to flip it over, and now I'm going to rip the next long side, and you can see that I keep moving my hand down because that helps me not just rip it all the way across. Okay, so there is one ripped paper. Now I already ripped my other papers, so you didn't have to sit and just watch me rip papers. Okay, so I am going to take and I'm going to put some glue dots, maybe a couple in the middle and some at the end. And I'm going to try to line this up with the straight edges at the top and the bottom. I'm going to do this again. Now we want it to be kind of like the flag, so we want to show that it has red and white stripes. So I don't want my red ripped papers like right next to each other. Okay, so we got that done. Maybe I need to add a little bit more glue at the end there. Okay, now we're going to take the blue. We're going to take the blue rectangle and we're going to glue it in the corner like that. And that goes right here. And you know what, kindergartners? I think I forgot to send home the star. We're going to have one star that goes right here, but I think we will have to add that later. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to glue this yellow rectangle across the top. This is kind of like the pole that your flag is sitting on. I'm going to add some glue dots to the top, and I'm going to glue it up at the top so it's a little bit on my on top of this flag, and I'm having it go all the way to the edge. Okay, now you're going to need your scissors. We don't need scissors very much for this project, do we? Okay, and we are going to cut all four corners of this yellow square, and then we're going to magic cut like that. Get all that trash inside your trash tray, and then this is going to get glued to the end of the pole for the flag. So we are done gluing our flag. Now it's time to write our 2 sentences. So I am going to put the 2 sentences on GradeLink, so you can have them on GradeLink and you don't have to try to copy them from my description right here. Okay? And like I said, we will add the star later. You can turn your paper over and write your name on the back, so I will know this belongs to you. Have fun doing it.